Hi and welcome to MRTV Live. This is your weekly live stream in which we talk about the latest and greatest in VR and AR. And in this episode, of course, we're going to talk about the Valve Index. Yes, of course, we're going to talk about the Valve Index. I'm going to let you know about my first impressions, and then I'm going to compare it against all the other VR headsets that are on the market right now. And then you can also ask anything. You can ask me anything you want about the headset, and I'm going to answer all of these questions. And all of this goodness is coming up. Hi and welcome to MRTV. My name is Sebastian Ang, and if this is your first time here, if you're just as excited about VR and AR as me, and if you appreciate independent reviews, then subscribe to this channel now and click on the bell button so don't miss anything. Yes, hi and welcome again here to MRTV Live. I'm really looking forward to today's show because I'm very excited about VR, as you might have noticed on this channel, and I'm really excited to tell you everything I have found out about the Valve Index in the last 24 hours. Now, if you're new to this show, well, actually this is a live stream, so honestly speaking, it's best watched live. But if you're not watching this live, if you're watching this later, then for you, just for you, I'm going to put all the timestamps into the description below, and you can simply click to the topic that you would like to watch. So that is a good thing, I think. Well, also, I would like to say, if you would like to support this channel, which I think is very, very good, then I would be very happy about any donation. And you can donate, of course, via Super Chat, via YouTube Super Chat, but even better would be if you would donate via Tippy Stream. Tippy Stream is another way to donate, and you would simply go to the description. You'll find the donation link there, and if you then copy that donation link into your browser and see what's going to happen, then you can donate there, and then via Tippy Stream, I don't need to give 30% of your donation to YouTube, so that would be appreciated. And I'm kind of saving for the HTC Vive Cosmos. And it's very expensive, so I'm really appreciating every single dollar. So if you like this independent approach where, I buy all these headsets myself, and I don't feel like obligated to any company to tell that, oh, this is a great headset, then I'll be very happy if you would support this channel. All right. Yeah, that is exactly what I want to say. So, hello everyone there. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, Renee is there, and DJ Base A is there, Yasin is there, Ryan Smith is there, Mr. Hipster is there, and David is there. So I'm looking at the chat, and at the end of this stream, there's going to be an Ask Me Anything section, right? So definitely, hi, push the button. Hi, Daniel Gladish. There's at the end of the stream, there's going to be an Ask Me Anything section. So for all of your pressing questions, I would say don't throw them out right now, because first of all, I'm going to go into this monologue, where I'm going to tell you about all the first experiences that I did here with the Valve Index. So I won't be looking too much at the chat in the first part of the stream, but in the second part of the stream, I will without a doubt look at the chat a lot, because I'm going to look at your questions there. Yeah, so this is going to be really, really exciting. So definitely think about your questions, write them down or whatever, and then at the Ask Me Anything section of this stream, you simply hit it, and I'm going to answer as many questions as possible. All right. So now, let me have a sip of this drink here. All right. Vive is also online or what? I have no idea, really. And I saw Anthony is also online. how can they do that? Because I have like already like I put this stream, the time of the stream, into the YouTube system like yesterday. So it was very obvious for everyone that I'm going to go live now, right? So that's why we're here now. And hopefully this is going to be the biggest stream, the biggest live stream. Yeah. So Daniel Gladish, all your questions, I'm going to answer them. Yeah. So I'm going to go through all the headsets. I'm going to compare the Valve Index with all the headsets. And yeah, right. Exactly. So why don't we start? Why don't we directly start? We already have 148 people watching. That is amazing. I would be very glad, of course, if you would share this URL with all of the VR enthusiasts so we can get more people to watch the stream, and that would be amazing. So yeah, why don't you take this URL of the stream and share it to everyone. Share it to Anthony. So he can watch it as well. That would be really nice. Yeah, Valve Index versus Pimax 5K. I'm also going to do that. Masik Skornik. Right. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Shoujo, all of your questions, we're going to talk about them later. All right, good. So now we are 6 minutes into the stream and let's begin. So let's talk about the Valve Index, the brand new Valve Index. It's out since yesterday. And for all of you who should not know what kind of headset this is, well, this is the new VR headset from Valve. Yes, from Valve. They have built this and they're selling this under their own brand name. They're not working together with HTC or another company. This is truly Valve hardware. So this is the first VR headset from Valve, and it's out there since yesterday, and it is running on the Lighthouse tracking system. So just like the Vive and the Vive Pro and the Pimax, you will need base stations, the Valve base stations to run it. You can use the Valve base stations 1.0 or you can use the Valve base stations 2.0. So if you already have a Vive Pro or a Pimax, then you don't need to get the base stations and you can simply get this here, the headset. And of course, the controllers. The controllers are of course also special. These are the Valve Index controllers, formerly known as Knuckles controllers, and you can get the bundle. Yeah, you can get 3 bundles. There's 3 ways to buy this. The complete bundle with headset, with the controllers, and with the base stations is going to set you back $1,000. If you already have the base stations, then you can go for the same package that I went for, and that is just the headset and the controllers, and it's going to set you back $799. Well, I believe, actually I know about the euro prices, and sometimes they are of course different. Hey, I got a donation. Niall donated €3. Thank you so much for your Vive Cosmos purchase. Thank you so much, man. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm €3 closer to that Vive Cosmos. Yeah, so this cost around 800 together. Yeah, the headset and the controllers. Or you can go for only the headset. This should be around $500. Or you can go for only the controllers, which should be around like $280, I believe. So not cheap. The whole thing is not cheap. Really not cheap at all. But is it worth it? And that's what I'm going to talk about in this stream. And you know what? I was thinking like, why not directly tell you everything in the beginning? Like the big conclusion. The big conclusion, so we directly have it out of the way. So let me do that now. If somebody would ask me, no, not somebody, let me say like this. If a VR enthusiast would ask me, Sebastian, I don't care about the money. Tell me, which VR system should I get? Which, in your opinion, is the best package in VR that will give me the best VR experience? And I don't care about the money. My answer would be, go and get the Valve Index. All right, that's it. That was a nice stream. Thanks. See you next time. Goodbye. No, I'm kidding you, of course. I'm kidding you, of course. Of course, we're going to go into the nitty-gritty. We're going to go into the nitty-gritty about all of this, and I'm going to tell you, of course, what is actually, why would I say that? Actually, to that VR enthusiast who asked me that question, like, Sebastian, what is the best VR experience I can get for money right now? Why would I say it's indeed the Valve Index? That's what this whole stream is going to be about. But I think that you want to know all the details, and that's why I'm going to pump out all the details, and I'm going to tell you why I believe that this actually is the best VR experience right now that money can buy. But I'm also going to tell you, probably for who that's not going to be the best, right? If you're not a VR enthusiast, if you are just like a normal guy that just now gets into VR, probably that might not be the best for you. And I'm going to go into all of these details in the stream, but directly from the bat, I believe that this is the best overall package that you can get for money right now. And I think that's important to put out of the way directly from the beginning. And I hope that was good. That was interesting. All right, but now let me tell you about my experiences. So of course, I've only had been using this now for like more than 24 hours. Probably you've watched my live stream, that I did yesterday. I received the device yesterday. I unboxed it. I even didn't put an unboxing video out there. I thought like it's much more interesting if you see my first try when I was doing it. And that's why I like live streamed my first try yesterday for 2 hours, and I found it quite interesting to do that. So you could really get my first reactions in that stream. So if you want to watch that stream, it's still online and you can do it. But for this live stream, I can now directly tell you my experiences with the Valve Index. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to start with build quality and comfort of this headset. And I can just tell you directly from the beginning, again, build quality and comfort of the Valve Index are best in class. Period. There's really nothing else I can tell. This is it just screams quality. It just screams quality from every corner that you have a look at this device. It's just perfectly built. It's beautiful. It is just beautiful, right? So you don't have any problems if you compare this with the other headset, you can see some parts are flimsy, some parts they simply don't look great. Let me see if I can find some other headset here right now. Here for example, here's the Pimax, right? Like if you look at the build quality, you see the edges. This is, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's just like you can just see a difference. You can just see a difference, and here you can tell everything is just like so perfectly well built. It's just a dream. Honestly speaking, it's just so beautiful. So what the build quality is concerned, if you get this, if you hold this, you know it's perfect. The build quality is amazing. And also here, the material that is being used here for the area that actually touches your face and the back part of your head, it's not like some flimsy foam that is being used in other headsets, like for example the Rift S. No, you can tell like this material is some high quality material, and it is some textile material, but it's tough to describe it. Does anyone know how to explain that material in English language? I'm sorry, but this is just like I have a hard time to describe actually how to describe this material. It is, yeah, it feels really nice, but it also feels like that I could still wipe it clean. Yeah, if I use German, then nobody will. Premium, yeah, premium for sure. It's not foam. It's not foam. It's sexy, yeah, sexy, right? It's, yeah, cloth. It's some cloth-like material, but it seems to be like a bit some kind of thick cloth that you could wipe clean if you wanted to. It's a really interesting material. It's some good stuff. It's foamish cloth, foamish cloth perhaps. I don't know. It's good stuff. It feels great. It feels great. And you know what? I really believe that VR Cover is going to have a hard time to sell their third-party covers for this one. Because I truly believe nobody will need this anymore. Nobody will need a third-party facial interface for the Valve Index, because this one here is just so good. This one is just so good. It feels great, and it also feels like, yeah, you could easily clean it, and it is just an amazing material. And talking about build quality and how amazing they kind of like build this headset. Here, you can just do that. Magnetic. I mean, magnets. Oh, right? So it holds firm, and then you can just pull it off like this via magnet, and it's just like so well built. It's just like good. Very, very good. Like this channel. So yeah, very nice. It's well, they've done a great job here on this one. Also here in the front, you have these this plastic cover. The same thing, also magnets. Yeah, magnets are holding this, and here's this kind of like area for some extensions that some people will build in the future with a USB port, and this also is sold into place via magnets. So the whole thing it just feels great. It's just amazing build quality, right? And then here the knob is nice. This knob is in place here to bring the whole headset. Thank you so much, Doogie Boogie, for €5. Super, mach weiter so, which means great. Keep on doing what you're doing. So here with this knob, you'll bring the display closer to your eyes. And yeah, it's just so well built, because actually if you press this in, then you can adjust it like super granularly. But if you don't push this in, you're going to have some resistance levels, like big. And if you press it in, you can like fine tune it. So they have put so much thought into it. The build quality is the best, really the best, easily the best that I've seen in VR headsets. So that's for the build quality of this device. And of course, also fantastic, we have here the IPD adjustment. So no matter what kind of huge or small IPD you have, you can simply set the IPD and set the displays to be directly in front of your eyes, which is great for people who have a small or very big interpupillary distance. And actually they say like from 58 until like 70 millimeters, you're covered here with the Valve Index. Yeah, so build quality top notch. The build quality simply is top notch. Now let me talk about the comfort. And again, I simply must say best in class. This is truly the most comfortable VR headset that is on the market. And I recently I had reviewed the, where is it? Here, the Reverb, right? And I really liked this headset because it's really light, and also they did a great job here with with the soft fabric, and I truly like the comfort of the Reverb. But even though this is heavier than the Reverb, and this is also heavier than other VR headsets, it's just like so comfortable. It has the perfect balance, and it has this kind of deluxe audio strap style directly built into the headset. So you put this on, and with this knob here, you would simply like have it hug the back of your head. And you also have this middle strap here, so it's just so balanced. You will be able to use this headset for hours and hours at a time. You will simply live in that headset. So for all of you guys who want to spend like many hours in this headset, yes, you can finally do that, because this is going to give you the best comfort of any headset that is out there on the market. And yeah, this is going to fit everyone. This is going to fit everyone. You can simply like make it like huge for people with a big head. You can make it really small. And actually, unfortunately, I didn't bring it here. They give you another piece of foam, another like black piece of plastic or foam or whatever. And if you have like a super small head, or if you want to put your kid into virtual reality, you can also do that by putting in this kind of extra foam thing. Yeah, I should have totally brought it here, right? I don't have it now here. So, and then you can put this extra foam thing here, and then it will also fit people with a super small head. It's just like so well thought out, and yeah, in terms of comfort, it is the best and most comfortable headset that is out there, period. Wow, so we already have best build quality, we have best comfort. So that's about comfort and build quality. Now, next, we're going to talk about, let's think about, what are we going to talk about next? We're going to talk about audio. Let's talk about audio. So, the audio solution, here you can see the audio solution. It is built in here, headphones. Here are the headphones. And the exciting part is that they came up with a completely new concept. These headphones, they don't touch your ears, but instead they're like hovering. They're hovering over your ear. Yeah, like suddenly you have like speakers like hovering like over your ear. So what does it mean? You can stay in this for hours and you don't feel like, oh, my ears, they somehow hurt, because like sooner or later with normal kind of head straps, no, sorry, with normal headphones, after a while you will feel some pressure, right? But with them, no, you don't have this feeling at all, because nothing is touching your ears. And the great thing is, you have a great sound. The great thing is you have a great sound. Yeah, you only get these amazing English sentences on MRTV. Yeah, you have great bass, and you also have great highs, and the mids are also good. So the whole spectrum sounds really nice, and it's loud if you want it to be loud, and it sounds amazing. It sounds just so amazing. Again, I must tell you that the audio solution here is, again, the best in class, right? It's better than anything else on the market. And I must tell you guys, this stream is not sponsored in any way by Valve, and we are going to talk about the negative aspects of this headset as well. So no worries, this is not this is not a big advertisement. We're also going to talk about the negative points of the Valve Index, but it's just a fact that there's a lot of best in class here with the Valve Index. So yeah, the audio solution is simply amazing and truly the best that I've experienced in virtual reality. All right. Yeah. So now let's talk about the microphone, or actually the microphones, because it has microphones built in. And if you have watched my stream yesterday, my live stream where I checked this out for the first time, it was like first I was using some my lav microphone, right? The one that I stick here, and it's a wireless microphone. It's okay. It's not the best wireless microphone ever. And yeah, I used this microphone in the first 30 minutes. And then some people were saying like, "Oh, Sebastian, the Valve Index microphone, it kind of sucks." And then I told them like, "Hey, I'm not using the Valve Index microphone. I'm actually using my own lav microphone, right?" And then live, I changed it to the Valve Index microphone. For the first time, I had no idea if it's good or not. And then people in chat were like, "Wow, it sounds so much better. It sounds so much better. It's amazing." So, yeah, what can I tell you guys? The Valve Index microphone is great. So, people that you're going to play with in kind of like multiplayer games, if you can hear the other person sounds great, they're probably using the Valve Index. The Valve Index microphone is really the best microphone that I've ever used in virtual reality. So we have so many best. Yeah, right. And again, this is not sponsored by Valve in any ways. This is only sponsored by your donations. Donations. I still need to buy the Cosmos, guys. But anyways, yeah, so truly, the microphone is truly outstanding, and I can see so many of the YouTubers. Yeah, I'm also a YouTuber, I believe. I can see so many of the YouTubers using the Valve Index just because the microphone is so awesome, right? I told you that I hate the microphone of the Vive Pro, and I couldn't believe that the Vive Pro costs like $800, the headset only, and they give you this kind of super shitty microphone, right? Where you have these pop noises. With this, not gonna happen. The really best microphone in class. It is friggin' amazing. Truly amazing. Wow. Yeah. So best audio, best microphone. Wow. We have lots of best until right now in this stream, right? So I should probably have a little something to drink. Wait a moment. Let me just have a little drink here. Yeah. Short break for a little drink. Yeah, drink is always good, right, Trevor? Right, so Extreme Coxer, yeah, premium plastic beer. I don't know where you come from, but if you come from Germany, you know this is like it costs like €1.79, which is probably around $2, and you get like 6 bottles. It's amazing. High class beer. Soundboard fail. No, I don't have. I'm not using the magic mug tonight, right? Sponsored by German beer. So I'm not using any soundboards, right? Not using any soundboards here. All right. So now, one word troll, disappointment. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this stream. All right, I think we can go on now. Well, it's very hot here in Germany, by the way. That's why I'm sweating a bit here. Yeah. Morty McMort, heavenly sounds. Again, I'm not using the magic mug, right? This is just a normal, this is just like a normal glass. No, that doesn't make any sound. Okay, so we've talked about lots of things. Now, Russian water, German water. Hi, DK Index. Now we're going to talk about the display. And now we're going to not say best in class, right? So now we're going to get to the part where something is not the best. So let's talk about the displays, and let's talk about FOV, and let's talk about the lenses. So the display, we have two displays, and each display has a resolution of 1600 times 1440 pixels per eye. Also, it's an LCD display, so it's not OLED. And as you know from LCD displays, the black levels are simply not as good as OLED displays. Yeah, what to tell you about the displays? How do they look like? And what about this kind of thing about the refresh rate, right? The panel refresh rate, because actually what they advertise with this headset is that it can run at very high panel refresh rates. So that you can set the panel refresh rates from 80, 90, 120 to 144 hertz, which you cannot do in other headsets. So that's a very high panel refresh rate. If you want to compare this, for example, the Rift S does 80 hertz. So this can go up to 144 hertz. But first of all, let's talk about the display quality. How does it look? How do things look in VR? Does it look good? Does it look clear? My answer is yes. The display looks good. It looks actually great. Everything looks clear. It is beautiful, and definitely a good to great experience. Is it the best in class? No, I must say no. And if you have watched my stream yesterday, you see my first reaction is like, okay, yeah, it's good, but yeah, it's not like wow. Like, I was wowed when I looked into the HP Reverb first. Because, well, you have this super high resolution of 2160 pixels times 2160 pixels per eye on this tiny display on the HP Reverb. And, well, I can honestly tell you, like on the HP Reverb, things nearly look like photorealistic. And you cannot see screen door effect with the HP Reverb. But with the Valve Index, it's different. You can still see screen door effect, and yeah, you can simply still see screen door effect. So if you are in the market for like the best photorealistic display, then this is not it. However, but I must also tell you that even over that Reverb display, this does have advantages. And these advantages actually are kind of important. So I told you, when I gave you the HP Reverb review that you should absolutely watch, I told you like the display is amazing, but it has Mura, right? For all of you who don't know Mura, it's like a display problem where unicolor scenes don't really look unicolor because some parts of the display are like brighter and some are darker. You don't have Mura with the Valve Index at all. If you look into the blue sky, it will be the same color blue, and that is pretty good. And also with the HP Reverb, we have another problem, and this problem is that the display is very small. So the display is very small, so unfortunately, if you don't wear the HP Reverb perfectly right, you will look down on the edge of the display, and that totally, like, it janks you out of immersion. But here, with the Valve Index, you don't have this problem at all. So the displays seem to be large enough so that you don't have this problem that you would look at the edges of the display. And honestly, that is really good. Also, of course, you have the nice FOV. So yes, the FOV of this headset is really nice. So they advertised like around 130 degrees diagonally. And yeah, you probably watched my live stream yesterday, and that is true. I have measured it in this testing environment that you can see in my live stream, and indeed, this headset has the best FOV of all the standard FOV headsets. So the FOV, it cannot compare against the Pimax, but I'm going to I'm going to compare this with all the other headsets after I'm finished with this monologue here. So yes, the FOV is truly nice. 130 is not a lie, which is great. The 114 degrees of the HP Reverb, they are, yeah, probably not so true. But I also told you that I feel like the HP Reverb, it truly has like a problem with the vertical FOV. It feels like kind of small, right? Because you can see the edges of the display, and also with the horizontal, I'm kind of like I don't quite believe it's really 114 diagonally. So yeah, very nice FOV, and you can truly totally feel the difference. If you're coming from any of the standard FOV headsets, if you're coming from the Rift or the Rift S or the Vive or the Vive Pro, this will be so nice. It will make such a difference. The FOV truly makes a difference, and yeah, it's truly nice, and I can very much recommend this to you if you want to be more immersed, because yeah, it's true. Bigger FOV truly helps you to have more immersion. Yeah, so 130 is true and it's nice. So how about the display? Can you see screen door effect? Again, I mentioned that before. Yes, you can see screen door effect if you really want to see it. If you like concentrate on it, you can see it. How would I describe the visual fidelity of the display in comparison to other headsets? Well, it's first of all, this has the same resolution like the Vive Pro. However, we have the LCD display, so we do have that RGB stripe matrix where every single pixel is being represented by 3 subpixels, and that's better since you have a higher fill factor of subpixels as compared to OLED, to the Vive Pro, where you have 2 subpixels per pixel. So the overall subpixel count is higher for the Valve Index as compared to the Vive Pro. And therefore, actually, even though you have the same resolution, and even though this does have a bigger FOV where the subpixels are being spread out to, you have a better picture than with the Vive Pro. You have a slightly better picture than with the Vive Pro. Comparing this to the Rift S, yes, you have a better picture than the Rift S, for sure. But it's not like the differences are not like mind blowing. Like if you come from the Rift S and if you put this one on, you won't be like, wow, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that this is possible. No, you won't be like this. You will be like, okay, yeah, it does look better, but it's not like $600 better. You know what I mean? It's not $600 better. So I think this is really important to understand that yes, it does look better than the Rift S. It does look better than the Vive Pro, but it's like the differences are not like so huge. And yes, you still can see screen door effect. Yeah, but it's a good picture, no question about this. And yeah, if you're into the game, you're going to completely forget about the little screen door effect that's there, and you will be totally immersed, especially because of the higher FOV. The higher FOV truly does matter. It's nice and it's true. They really made it happen. And of course, you get the maximum FOV by using this knob here, and you will need to you will need to get the display as close as possible to your eyeballs in order to make that happen. Now, if you're wondering, can you wear glasses under this? And will your glasses probably touch the lenses if you want to bring it in as close as possible? I can tell you yes. If you want to get the biggest FOV wearing glasses, your glasses will totally touch the lenses, because they will even touch your eyelashes if you bring it in as close as possible. So what I would do, I would do the following. I would buy those prescription lens adapters. Prescription lens adapters for the Valve Index. And actually, you can buy them from a German company that is not sponsoring me, by the way, but they should totally do that, by the way. They're called VR Optician, vroptician.com, and they are actually already selling those lens adapters for the Valve Index. And yeah, I've recently reviewed their prescription lens adapters for the Quest and for the Rift S. I have them here. I use them on a daily basis with the Rift S and with the Quest, and I totally love it, and I can totally recommend them to you. So yeah, I would say if you wear glasses, don't wear the glasses in the headset, but instead get the 69 euro vroptician.com lens insert. They're even like German quality lenses from Zeiss, which are pretty amazing. So yeah, big thumbs up. And they have them now also for the Valve Index. All right, so yeah, right. So display looks good, but it's not like best in class. LCD, great fill factor. So yeah, that's okay. So there's a bit SDE still, but thank you so much here. We have a super chat from K Stoon, and we have NOK 100. I think that should be probably from Norway, right? So screen compared to Odyssey Plus, any peripheral distortion like Pimax. I'm going to go into the comparisons with all the headsets in a moment, but I can tell you that the screen compared to the Odyssey Plus, I think it looks better because it doesn't look so soft. Yeah, but I'm going to go into that later. Any peripheral distortion, zero distortion. Yeah, that's a good thing. So thank you for mentioning this. So we have that bigger FOV, but we have zero distortion. So it's just like perfect. It is really, really nice. So no distortion here whatsoever. I was just talking actually about the LCD panel. So how about the blacks? Do the blacks look amazing? And I can tell you, no. The blacks are okay. The blacks are LCD blacks, just as you know them from the LCD blacks from, for example, the Rift S. So if you are into horror games, if you love super dark games, then honestly speaking, like the OLED panel headsets will be better for you, like the Quest or the Vive Pro or the Samsung Odyssey Plus. All these headsets that have OLED displays will make better blacks. So now we're getting into the negative part, right? So the blacks are acceptable. I think the blacks are really acceptable. So if you don't A/B compare, you will normally be fine, right? But I simply still want to let you know the blacks are LCD blacks and they are not like real deep blacks. Since LCD, they still need the backlighting, and you do see that. So no perfect blacks here with the Valve Index. Also now, let's talk about the lenses. Now the lenses, they are kind of big, as you can tell here. Yeah, this is good for the FOV, but you can also see that these are Fresnel lenses, right? The Fresnel lenses with those concentric rings. And unfortunately, I must tell you, and I told you that already in my live stream, yes, God rays are a thing again, unfortunately. So honestly speaking, I really don't get it here. Dear Valve, if you happen to watch this live stream here, why didn't you come up with better lenses? I mean, like Oculus, they totally showed it to you how it works, right? The Oculus lenses are so good. The Oculus lenses are better than your fancy double lens, or however you call that technology. Yeah, because simply there are no God rays anymore with the Oculus Quest and with the Oculus Rift S. So for the lenses, I totally have to give it to Oculus. Hi, gaming is still live. Thank you so much. V-Optician not make Index lenses yet. Redesigning, really? But I saw that on the website just now when I went to VR Optician. Anyways, thank you so much for your contribution, Rich. And dear everyone, you should totally check out Rich's channel. It's called Gaming and Still Live, and I'm a big fan of Rich's channel. It's great. Horizons event, thank you so much for your 99 cents. Yeah, so yeah, and wow, now we're starting here with the super chats. Thank you so much, Roger and Person. Wow, 100 Swedish crowns. That's amazing, man. Thank you so much for your 100 Swedish crowns. And you know, Sweden just kicked out Germany from the football World Cup of the women. Damn. Yeah, so unfortunately the God rays are back. Now what do I think about that? What do I think about the God rays being back? Is it like so bad that it would ruin this headset for me personally? No, not at all. So how bad are the God rays? The God rays, I'm happy to tell you that the God rays are not as bad as the God rays of the Vive and the Vive Pro. Yeah, so there is some kind of advancement here. They did like improve it a bit over Vive and Vive Pro, and it's also not as bad as the God rays of the original Oculus Rift CV1, right? So that is good to know. But again, Oculus Rift S and Oculus Quest have less God rays. So that's important to know that, yeah, unfortunately in high contrast scenes, the problems with the God rays are bad. Thank you so much, Lunchbox, for $2. Great information, thanks. You're welcome, Lunchbox. Really glad that you enjoy this channel. Now, why would I say that this is still like not a showstopper for me? You will only see those God rays in super high contrast scenes. Super high contrast scenes, what do I mean with that? With super high contrast scenes, I mean scenes where you have just a completely black background, and then you have some white letters or some white logo on it, like I don't know, in the beginning of Beat Saber, for example, everything is black, and then you'll see the Beat Saber logo, like boom, glare. Damn, that's unfortunate, but in the games themselves, you would probably not see that at all. So that's why, yes, it's unfortunate, but for me, it's not a showstopper at all. So the other positives, they totally compensate for this negative point, right? So for me, it's still acceptable, even though I don't like the God rays, of course, and I had hoped that they would like make better lenses, but I can still accept it. Let's call it like this. So yeah, oh, we have so many subscribers here. Hi Garrett, that was a very smart decision of yours. All right, so now let's get to the part about the panel refresh rate. So this offers a higher panel refresh rate of 120 Hertz and even 144 Hertz. Now this is truly interesting. So it means like the display itself is able to like in 1 second refresh the thing that is being shown on the display 144 times. That is the panel refresh rate. Now the question is, can your computer render 144 new frames per second to match that panel refresh rate of 144 hertz? And the answer for most of you might be no. The answer at this moment in time might be no. But, well, at least this is future proof. So in the future, once we have the 3080 Ti or whatever, wow, it's going on here. Michael Colasa has donated €1.75. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thanks. Thank you so much for your contribution, man. That's amazing. I'm really happy about it. So, yeah, anyway, so I tried it now. And thank you so much for $5, Super Heavy Metal Demon. That's amazing, man. Thank you so much for your contribution. So I've tried this now, and I found a game. So, I have watched Gary and Anthony talk about it. Gary and Anthony talked about it on Anthony's show, and Gary said he tried out Space Pirate Trainer with 144 hertz, and he could see a difference. So I tried Space Pirate Trainer, and indeed, it can perfectly run on 144 hertz, and it really does give you 144 frames per second. So my GTX 1080 Ti can play Space Pirate Trainer with 144 frames per second. Now, what is the difference? I played the game with 80 hertz first, and then I played the game with 144 hertz. And I was waiting for that night and day difference that some people have talked about. And also Gary has said like he also could tell that it's better and he preferred it a lot. Now guys, honestly, I must tell you, I didn't really feel that huge difference. I can really tell you, like, no, for me it was not like this, wow, amazing, now I can't go back to 80 hertz anymore. Like, let's say if I would be playing this 144 hertz for quite a while, which I did, and then somebody tells me, hey, Sebastian, 144 hertz is dead for you. You have to play Rift S only now with 80 hertz. Will I feel like destroyed? No, not at all. I won't feel bad at all. Okay, I'll say, okay, I'll play Rift S now. I'm good. I play with 80 hertz. So really, for me, it's not like that. For me, it's not like that amazing experience where suddenly I feel like I can't go back anymore. So for me personally, for Sebastian Ang, for MRTV Sebastian, I don't feel that huge difference. But thank you so much for your contributions here. Person, 2 times $5. Does the automatic super sample adjust when you change the hertz setting? Actually, I actually did. And yeah, thank you for 2 times the same question. Yes, it did. It did dial it down. So yeah, I really played the Space Pirate Trainer with 144 hertz and with 80 hertz. So did I feel no difference at all? In the actual gameplay, no. But I really tried to find the difference between 80 hertz and 144 hertz. And yes, you can find that difference. And what did I do? I was shaking the controller violently, like really, like fast, like this. And then when I was doing it, when I was playing at 144 hertz, I could see more of the weapons at the same time. Yeah, more of the weapons at the same time. And at 80 hertz, when I did this, I could see less of the weapons at the same time. Yeah, great. But in the actual gameplay, really, I didn't see a difference. So, but I don't want to say all these guys are lying to you. No, I just want to say that every single person is different and every single person has a different kind of perception. I can remember like in the time of when I was like a beta tester for Pimax and Reverb was also doing it. Like we were like starting to fight about something. Like he totally couldn't see like the distortion and the world moving with the Pimax. And for me it was like the most obvious shitty thing ever. Yeah, and we were fighting about this. But yeah, it's just like every single person's perception is just so different, so that I can only tell you that for me personally, for my eyes, it doesn't make a huge difference. And for sure, it doesn't make a difference like, wow, I only want to play at 144 Hertz though, right? So this is just like my 2 cents. But probably it's more relaxing for the eyes, and probably if you are in the headset for like 6 hours in a row, probably your eyes won't feel as strained as they will feel like if you're playing like 5 hours on 80 Hertz in the Rift S. Could be, but these are my first impressions after 24 hours, right? Probably in 2 weeks, once I've spent much more time in the headset, probably I'm going to tell you like, wow, 120 Hertz, I can play now for hours. Yeah, so you know what? I have to try this. I can't tell you my final answer after 24 hours, and I think that's fair, and I think that, yeah, you understand that. So that's my take on the Hertz, on the panel refresh rate. At the moment for me, no, not such a big difference. All right. Yeah. So we've talked about the audio, we've talked about the display, we've talked about the FOV, we talked about the comfort. Yeah, we talked about lots of things already. What else could I? Yeah, the tracking. Right. Let's talk about the tracking. And yeah, of course, the tracking is fantastic. The tracking is really fantastic. And Renee, thank you so much for your €10 contribution. More beer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. The cheap beer from the discounter in the plastic bottle, it needs to be drunk. Thank you so much for your contribution. It does mean a lot to me. Really, it means a lot to me, and that's truly amazing. So cheers, my dear friends. Cheers. 363 people watching this. On the future of VR. Cheers. Yeah, so in terms of tracking of the controllers and of the headset itself, flawless tracking. We have flawless Valve Lighthouse tracking. You have to set up those 2 base stations, which is not too complicated. And yeah, then you will have flawless tracking. Flawless tracking, which is simply amazing. Your controllers are being tracked wherever you put them. You can put them exactly in front of your headset. You can put them behind your back. You can put them anywhere. And the tracking is way better than on the Windows Mixed Reality headsets. The tracking is better than on your Quest. The tracking is better than on your Rift S. The best tracking, period. It's just like that. It's simply just like that. And yeah, the tracking is truly amazing. But also, I must tell you that you're kind of limited to play in your play space, right? So whereas you can take the Windows Mixed Reality headsets, you can bring the Quest anywhere, you can bring the Rift S to your friend, you don't have to set up any base stations, right? So you are kind of limited to your one dedicated VR space, but you will enjoy truly the best tracking in class. Right. So we talked about this headset, lots of best in class for it, really lots of best in class for it, and that's truly amazing. So now, Let's talk about the controllers. These are the Valve Index controllers, formerly known as the Knuckles controllers, but now they are called the Valve Index controllers. Are they the best in class? Yes, so simple. It's truly like that. They are amazing. Are they perfect? No, I personally don't think they are perfect, but still they are better than anything that's on the market right now, and let me tell you why. First of all, again, like the build quality, it's just like so nice. It's just like so well built, and you can tell this also screams quality, and it took so long for Valve to develop them, and now we know why. They just thought about every single detail here, and for sure, most important and very cool, you put your hand into here, into this, and you have this strap here, and this strap holds the controller, so you can do this here, right? Which is amazing. So now you can like high five your friends in virtual reality without like throwing your controller away. You can throw grenades, which is amazing, and it's just like it helps so much with the immersion. And what adds up, that you have finger tracking. Your fingers are perfectly tracked. It is just so nice. You can totally do all kind of gestures. You can play, how is it called? Rock, scissors, paper. Is it called like this in English? Paper, rock, scissors, paper. In Germany, it's called Schnick, Schnack, Schnuck, because we say Schnick, Schnack, Schnuck when we do that. Yeah, a little story. Rock, scissors, paper. Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. You must tell me in. You must tell me in the section here. How is it called? You can do that now with this controller. It is truly good, and it's fun. Also, you have this kind of pressure sensitive thing here. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, you have this pressure sensitive area here, so you can really like squeeze. You can squeeze things. You can squeeze things in virtual reality, and I'm kind of sure that developers will come up with all kinds of interesting things that you want to squeeze in virtual reality. I'm not sure what you're thinking about now, but I believe this is probably going to happen. So you will be able to squeeze them in virtual reality, and I think just for that, it is already like a big thumbs up. And yeah, great. Things in virtual reality will become more and more, will become just amazing. Show Game says, enough said about the squeezing. Ah, that's funny. Oh yeah, I should disable links. How does that work? Let me just try. Let me see. I don't see that right now. Anyways. Okay. Anyway, let me keep on talking here about the Valve Index controllers. Yeah. So you have like the trigger is here. You have like the thumbstick, which is clickable, and you also have like A/B buttons, and you have like a touchpad here, and you have a menu button here. So it's good. It works. Everything works nicely, and that is pretty nice. So overall, I would say this is the best controller simply because of this amazing functionality that you can do this here, because of the pressure sensitivity, and because of the very nice finger tracking. Could this be even better? I believe so. Because I still think that this is not perfectly ergonomic. In terms of ergonomics, I still think that the touch controller in my hands, it feels a bit more ergonomic. It feels a bit more ergonomic. Yeah, in terms of how it feels in the hand. So I still think I think this is still the best controller, but I still think it could be a bit more ergonomic. Yeah, it's a fact. That's simply what I think. But it is a great, fantastic controller. Let me just see if I can. This guy, I can totally bend this guy now. Hide user on the channel. And now this guy is gone from the channel. Amazing. And Perplexer is here. Hi Perplexer, good to see you here. Yeah. Any news on the Pimax Sword Sense? I have not heard. I haven't heard from the Pimax Sword Sense anymore, but I don't know. Probably they're gonna come out soon. Yeah, so this controller is truly amazing. Is it better than Oculus Touch? Yes. Is it better than the Windows Mixed Reality controllers? Yes. So, yes, best controllers. So I believe I have talked about the Valve Index now. And again, my conclusion, as you could tell from all the things that I've told you right now, we have so many best in class, best build quality, best comfort, best microphone, best audio solution, best controllers, best tracking, right? And we have a good FOV, not as big as Pimax, and we have a really good display as well. So that's why overall, in my opinion, the Valve Index is indeed the best VR headset that money can buy right now. And well, yeah, you can totally quote me on that. That is really a great headset. So for who is this headset? Well, this headset is definitely for those guys who are ready to plunk down $1,000 for VR. Oh, here's another one. Another guy who wants to spam here. No problem. Hide user on this channel. No problem, no problem. Okay. So yeah. That's why I can simply tell you that yes, the Valve Index is going to be my daily driver for so many reasons, right? Just like amazing quality, amazing microphone quality, all these things simply come together to make this headset the best headset that money can buy at the moment. Okay, so now I think now is a good time to talk about comparisons now, right? I should now compare this headset with other headsets. Oh, wow, this guy, what about all this spam now here? That's crazy. Hide user on this channel. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. I hope now it's gone. It's a bot. Wow. Different accounts. How can I disable links then? How can I disable links? Enable live chat, enable slow mode, automatically block spam messages is on. I don't see it right now. Oh, that's crazy, this guy. I don't see it right now. Agent Smith. You know what? Exactly. Gaming is still live. Gaming is still live. That's right. Gaming is still live. You are now a moderator. And Reckoner VR. Gary, I also gave you mod status. So now you can totally delete all these bad guys. And I can totally concentrate now on comparing this the headset with other headsets. Yeah, Gary, yeah. Woo! I'll do my best. Yeah, by the way, Gary, I would love to have you on the show sometime. And all of the roundtable guys, I want to have you one by one because I really love your show, and it would be amazing to talk about all the stuff here on this show as well sometime. So it would be amazing if I could have you on. All right, but now we're going to go into the comparisons, right? The comparisons are going to be very interesting, and we're going to start. We're going to start by comparing the Rift S against the Valve Index. Rift S versus Valve Index fight. All right, this is the Valve Index, and I must tell you that I am kind of in love with the Rift S. And it became my daily driver before I had the Valve Index. I really like the Rift S. The amount of virtual reality that you get for $399 is, honestly speaking, stunning. Because for $399 you get a great VR headset with a really nice display, and you also get like 2 really good controllers. And I did bring the controllers here. You get these controllers. They feel great in the hand. Actually, in my opinion, they feel more ergonomic than the Valve Index controllers. They don't have as many functions, but they are still really good. So the amount of virtual reality that you get for $399 is stunning. Also, it is super easy to set up. You do not need to add base stations to your wall, and you can bring this to your friend. You can bring this with your laptop anywhere you want, and you can simply enjoy virtual reality. So I am truly a big fan of the Rift S. So, if you would ask me, what is the better deal? Is it the Rift S for $399, or is it the Valve Index because you get more VR, like you get more sophisticated VR for $1,000? And I must honestly say, the Rift S is simply the better value. The Rift S is simply the better value, and you get more the bang. Let's say the bang for your buck. The bang for your buck is better with the Rift S. Again, you simply get so much VR out of the Rift S. It is pretty stunning. And is the Valve Index double as good as the Rift S? I must say no. Yes, the Valve Index is the best VR headset on the market. And I mentioned it several times in the stream, right? But it is not double as good as the Rift S. So if you are wondering, let's say you want to get into VR, you have never tried any VR, but you have a gaming PC at home. You have a gaming PC at home, and you think like, wow, $1,000, it's a bit expensive to get the best VR. How well will I be served with spending $399, which is like way less than $1,000? Will I still have an amazing VR experience? And my answer is yes. My simple answer is yes. you will have an amazing experience. And honestly speaking, this is more accessible. This is even more accessible. You don't have to install the base stations. You simply plug this in. Like the setup process is a damn breeze. Like if you want to set up your Guardian system, you simply point at the floor with your controller. The pass-through, like being able to look into reality, it's even better on the Rift S than on the Valve Index. So truly, honestly speaking, if you're new to VR and you're wondering, hey, is that $1,000 Valve Index so much better than the $399 Rift S? I must tell you no, and you can simply go for the Rift S. The Rift S is a great headset, and I'm a really, really big fan of it. Yeah, so it's the surprising truth that needs to be that needs to be said. And Reckoner VR says, yes, the Rift S is a great headset for the price. Really, for the price, it's amazing. The display looks good. It does not look as good as the Valve Index, but it looks good enough. So that is interesting. It has like a resolution of 1280 times 1440 pixels, so it's a bit less than the Valve Index, but still, believe me, it's going to look good enough. Really good. No, not just good enough. It looks really good, right? So yeah, that is really interesting. However, I must also say, dear new VR user who wants to get into VR now, having a gaming PC at home, one important thing you need to take care of, you have to measure your IPD. IPD, it means interpupillary distance, the distance between your eyes. If you have an IPD which is like way smaller than the average of 64 or way bigger than the average of 64, let's say you have 55 or 52 millimeters, or you have like 74 millimeters, then this is no good for you because it does not have a manual IPD adjustment. For the Valve Index, you have this here, the manual IPD adjustment. So you can adjust the lenses and the display to your eyes. And that is really important. So if you don't have the average 64, or if you are not close to the average 64, then the Rift S will not be for you. But if you still don't want to drop $1,000, there's still a really great other alternative. And this other alternative is called Samsung Odyssey Plus. And we're also going to talk about it later. So yeah, Rift S is also super comfortable. It's not exactly as comfortable as the Valve Index, but this is also a comfortable headset. In terms of build quality, let's say it's good, where the Valve Index is great. One example here, the face padding. It is made of flimsy foam, FF, flimsy foam. So this here, it's like, yeah, it's going to break. It's going to be gone in 1 year. It's going to look shitty. It's going to smell. Whereas the Valve Index, it's just like so beautiful, right? So yeah, the build quality is good, but it's just not as premium as the $1,000 Valve Index. Is it comfortable? Yes, but not as comfortable as the Valve Index. The display looks good. The FOV is smaller. The FOV is like 110 degrees diagonal, whereas the Valve Index is 130. So yeah, that's worse. But it's still okay. It is still acceptable. You will still be immersed in great games. And again, I really like this, even though I have all headsets. I have all VR headsets, but this became actually my go-to headset because I just enjoyed it so much for that amount of money. Audio, unfortunately a weak part, because as you can tell here, you don't have any you don't have the headphones, right? So the audio is coming out of like some little speakers here but in no way it can compare to the Valve Index. You don't have nice basses. It's not so great. It's okay, but it's not so great. And yeah, so yeah, you need to get a third-party audio solution. And I myself, I'm using wireless headphones with the Rift S, and that works great. And I'm going to make a video about it. What is going to be the best audio solution? You could, for example, buy those bionic mantis that you can kind of clip on, but the audio quality of the bionic mantis is like a big pain in the ass. So I totally don't recommend you to do this. I recommend you to actually, to get like headphones. Yeah. So audio is not so great. Also, the microphone here is not as good as the Valve Index. So if you want to become like a YouTuber, yeah, then you will need some extra microphone to make it sound good. Yeah, so display is good, not as good as the Valve Index, but also not half bad. Yeah, so it's good enough. It's amazing. It's pretty good for the price. It's pretty amazing. So I think if you are a beginner, if you're not a total VR enthusiast, you can totally go for it. You don't have to have the base stations, and the controllers are great. The tracking is also really good. The tracking is not as good as the Valve Index, but it's truly good enough in most of the cases. If you are a hardcore first-person shooter fan, then probably you should go for the Valve Index though, because if you're getting too close to the headset with the controllers, the tracking will be lost. So if you need the perfect tracking, if you are like a competitive first-person shooter player, then you should go for a VR headset with the lighthouse tracking, like for example the Valve Index. But overall, I truly love the Rift S. And if you're looking for the best bang for your buck, then go for the Rift S. Right, that was the Rift S. And the controller again also, they are really great. The Oculus Touch controller, if you don't know them yet, they look like this. And they have like a grip button here and like a trigger button, and they have like a thumbstick and two buttons and a menu button, and they feel great in hand. They truly feel great in hand. All right. Okay, so now let's go to the next comparison. But before we go to the next comparison, I should probably have another sip of my adult beverage. All right, already 1 hour and 23 minutes. Wow, this is going to be a long live stream. Okay. So now, Skid Row, they are too small, Sebastian. Yeah, they are a bit small. That's right. So for people with really huge hands, the Valve Index controllers are going to be better. That's for sure. Yes, right. Clay Bomb, he's drunk again. Believe me, from one beer, I'm not going to be drunk. Okay, so now let's talk about the next comparison. What is going to be the next comparison? What do you want to see next? Do you want me to compare the Valve Index against the Pimax or against the HP Reverb? Please tell me in the comment please tell me in the chat. Meisterlu, Pimax, Rene, Pimax. Pimax, 5K plus. Pimax. Reverb, Pimax, Reverb, Pimax, Reverb. Oh, it's complicated. Reverb, Pimax. Okay, anyways, I'm going to Quest. I've seen quite a few both. Reverb. Okay, I think Reverb. I will do Reverb first. And then I'm going to do Pimax. Okay, here it is. So, it's time to compare the Valve Index against the HP Reverb fight. So, the HP Reverb, for all of you who don't know it yet, it has a super high resolution of 2160 times 2160 pixel per eye. And the exciting thing also is it is very, very light. So that's why it has a really nice comfort. It also has headphones built in. And well, lots of people were like joking, hey, this should have become the Rift S, because this looks more like an Oculus headset. But actually, it is a Windows mixed reality headset. We have those two cameras for the inside-out tracking, and also, unfortunately, we only have the standard Windows mixed reality controllers. I'm looking right now if I have them somewhere. If I have them somewhere here, but it seems like yes, they come with these kind of controllers, which are not so good. They are not ergonomic at all, but well, they are acceptable. They have like a thumbstick here, and they have a trackpad, and they have like a Windows button and another menu button, and they also have a grip button here. So this is what they come. This is how they come to you. All right, so now let's compare them step by step. Let's compare each and every component. So you know why? Let me directly come to the conclusion. I know that lots of sim fans, they want to get the HP Reverb, and I can totally understand it. And the reason is the displays, they simply look so beautiful. So with this headset, you get a resolution where things look like photorealistic. So when I use this headset for games like DCS or Project Cars, it's like, wow, it has never looked so good in VR. So yes, the display quality is without a doubt better here with the HP Reverb. And if you are out for simply the best picture right now, then you should go for the HP Reverb. If that's the only thing that you care for, you will get the best picture quality with the HP Reverb. If you are lucky enough and you don't get one of the broken HP Reverbs, because this is already my second HP Reverb, and well, I have a problem with it. The right screen is flickering. And probably that's because I got one of the first batch HP Reverbs, and probably HP is totally like changing everything up, and the next batches are not going to have this problem. And I'm going to reach out to HP and I'm going to ask them that. But I heard lots of people have the problem with this device, and yeah, so it's tough for me to recommend it right now, since I don't know, did HP actually solve this problem or not? So this is really something that I don't know. So yeah, at the moment it's tough for me to recommend the HP Reverb, simply because I got two broken ones, right? So is it the first batch only problem, or is it a problem in general? That part I don't know. If you get a Reverb that works, well, you get a great headset, which is comfortable, which has which has a good audio solution and which has like a really like super nice and clear photorealistic picture. But even for sim fans, I would still recommend to get the Valve Index. And now let me tell you why. It is simply, even though the resolution is not as high as here with the HP Reverb, but still, once you start to super sample this headset, things look great. So I went into Project Cars 2, and I know you guys love Project Cars 2, and it looked fantastic. So if you want to see a through the lens picture, simply go to my Twitter page. Go to my Twitter page. My Twitter handle is Mixed Reality TV. Yesterday night I posted some through the lens pictures of the HP Reverb, and one of these pictures is a through the lens picture of Project Cars 2, and then you can simply compare the one that I took with the HP Reverb, and simply compare it with the one from with the HP Reverb, the one from the Index compared with the one from the HP Reverb. So it looks so good as well, and you have the edit FOV, which is just so much better than with the HP Reverb, because with the HP Reverb you really have the problem that you are looking at a very small, like a vertical FOV. The vertical FOV is really not nice, and you're looking at the edges of the display all the time if you are not like perfectly putting it into place, and it's just like a pain in the ass to have to manually really try to perfectly put it into the right position. With the Valve Index, you totally don't have this problem. You put it on, you like simply like turn the knob around, and everything is going to be perfectly fine. And you don't see any edges of any display. You just have a great FOV vertically, and you have a really good FOV horizontally as well. And together this is just amazing. And also you have added comfort with the Valve Index. So yes, the comfort of this device is already good, but what I don't like is that you have to perfectly find the right position, so don't look at the edges. But for this one, no, and it is more comfortable on the long run. If you're going to play for hours and hours at a time, I would say the Valve Index is still better. So overall, also for the people who love simulators, at this moment in time, I would truly recommend you to get the Valve Index over the HP Reverb. If you are a person who only cares about the most crisp image, then you can go for the HP Reverb. But again, at the moment, I cannot recommend it because I don't know if HP has solved the flickering image, the flickering display problem. That's why at this moment, I cannot recommend it. All right. Should we go? Yeah, also on top of all that, like the controllers are just okay, and you have the Windows Mixed Reality Tracking, which is good enough, but in direct comparison with the Valve Index, yeah, also not as good. Yeah, so overall, I would say go for the Valve Index if you love simulators. Oh wow, the spammer is like super. They're like super like persistent, right? They totally want to spam this amazing stream. Yeah, that's it for the HP Reverb. I have so many headsets. It's like so confusing already. So I have to look at them like, oh yeah, this is the HP Reverb. All right, so now let's compare it with the Pimax. Oh, can you talk about the FOV, please? Yeah, the FOV of the Reverb is bad. the FOV of the Reverb is bad. It's not 114 degrees. It's not better than the other headsets. Yeah, so no. Watch my HP Reverb review and you will know that the FOV of the Index is way better, like vertically and horizontally. So no, the HP Reverb is not better in terms of FOV than the other standard FOV headsets. Even the Samsung Odyssey Plus has a way better FOV than the HP Reverb, so it's a lie. It's straight out a lie. All right, so now let's talk about the next headset here. Let's talk about the Valve Index versus the Pimax 5K Plus. Let's fight here. Okay, so the Pimax is a great headset for VR enthusiasts who want to have the biggest FOV, and that is still true. So the Pimax headset has an amazing FOV that will blow your mind. If you are in the market for the biggest FOV, still Pimax is the one to get. Look at those lenses. They are huge. And yeah, Pimax, for people who want the biggest FOV, still the one to get. However, if you would ask me now, I already have the lighthouse. I already have the lighthouses, right? I already have the Valve lighthouses. Should I get the Valve Index or should I get the Pimax? Again, if you want the biggest FOV, go for the Pimax. No question about it. But in general, I would still recommend the Valve Index now over the Pimax. And the reason is that everything else other than the FOV is better with the Valve Index. Okay, let's compare one by one. So, build quality. I mean, you don't even have to think about it. The build quality of the Valve Index is way better. It is like non-comparable. It's really like non-comparable, right? If you compare it, like if you look at here, these areas, for example, yeah, where like two plastic pieces meet each other, like you can see that already. Like, yeah, the build quality is not fantastic, and here you see, like, for example, the edges are breaking off. Thank you so much, Trevor. Thank you so much, Trevor. And Bier ist für alle da. Yeah, beer is there for everyone. That's true. So yeah, the build quality simply cannot compare at all with the Valve Index. Then let's compare the comfort here with the Pimax. You have this here. This is your solution to where the Pimax headset, right? It's something that you saw with the original Vive. Yeah, some strap. And here you have this beautiful solution where you would simply like have this knob, and yeah, I mean, come on, right? We don't have to talk about it. The Pimax is in need for that head strap that has been like promised by Pimax for a long time. It's still not there, unfortunately, and therefore it both so clearly goes to the Valve Index, right? And if you compare the prices of headset only compared to headset only, well, the Valve Index is even cheaper. Yeah, that's for the build quality and for the comfort. Both goes to Valve Index. Then now let's talk about the picture. The picture of the 5K Plus is good. The picture of the 5K Plus is really good, and yeah, it's on par with, I would say, with the Vive Pro. So it's really pretty good. I like it. But the picture quality of the Valve Index is better than the picture quality of the Pimax 5K Plus. Yeah, that's it. And I'm going to make some through the lens pictures, and I'm going to prove it to you. It is indeed better. So actually, if you take through the lens picture of the 5K Plus, and if you take a through the lens picture of the Oculus Go and the Rift S, which have the same panel, then you will see that they look very similar. So the picture quality of the 5K Plus is very, very comparable to the Rift S and to the Oculus Go. But of course, over the big FOV, which is amazing, right? It's a good experience. But the picture quality of the Valve Index is better than that of the Pimax. Thank you, Perplexer. 20 euro. 20 euro from Perplexer. Let me just check what Perplexer said. Caution what you say about the Pimax because of the NDA. Oh no, I can review it now. It's totally fine. What Perplexer said. Oh, why do I hear myself double? I hear myself double now. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, good. So yeah, picture quality is better on the Valve Index. All right. Right now, yeah, audio non-existent, and I must say that yeah, again, we are in big need of the deluxe audio strap here for the Pimax, right? Color difference. Also, the colors are better here on the Valve Index as compared to the Pimax 5K Plus. Yeah, so overall, the only thing that is better on the Pimax 5K Plus is the FOV. It's great. Again, for people who love the big FOV, go for the Pimax. No question about it. But in all other aspects, the Valve Index simply is better. Yeah. I think that's everything I got to say about the Pimax versus Valve Index comparison. So again, my dear friends from Pimax, if you're watching this, I simply must be honest, right, with my audience. So yeah, the Valve Index is my favorite now as compared to the Pimax 5K Plus. I still like the Pimax 5K Plus, but it's not as good as the Valve Index, in my opinion. In my opinion. And yeah, there probably things could change with the Pimax 8KX, which might come out soon as well. But in my opinion, dear Pimax, if you're watching this, you need to come out now with the head strap. People are waiting for this, and people are, of course, also waiting for the controllers. I believe the controllers have like a huge potential. Like, I tried them at CES and they felt like amazing. They felt even better than the Valve Index controllers. So I think Pimax still has lots of potential, but at this moment in time, again, for people who want the best that money can buy, I would say at this moment in time, it's Valve Index. All right. Let's go to the next headset now. Okay, I don't have it here right now because I was using it before. So now I'm going to compare the Valve Index with the Samsung Odyssey Plus. The Samsung Odyssey Plus is a great VR headset. A really, really fantastic VR headset from Samsung. And well, let's compare it step by step with the Valve Index. I believe that actually the Samsung Odyssey Plus could be a great alternative for people who don't want to spend $1,000 on the Valve Index and who have a big or a small IPD. So for all these people that watched my Rift S versus Valve Index comparison, and when I said like, hey, if you have a huge IPD or a small IPD, then you should probably go for the Valve Index. You have another option, and that other option is the Samsung Odyssey Plus. And the Samsung Odyssey Plus is an amazing alternative. Thank you so much, Repu, for your €2. MRTV is sehr, sehr gut, which means MRTV is very, very good, and I would totally sign that statement. So the Samsung Odyssey Plus is a really, really amazing headset. It's not perfect, but it ticks a lot of great boxes. So you can have it for well, it depends. It totally depends on if it's on sale or not. If it's on sale, then it is like an unbelievable value. And actually, at the moment, I'm not sure if the Samsung Odyssey Plus is still on sale in the US. If yes, could you tell me right now for how much you can get the Samsung Odyssey in the United States? Please tell me in the chat section. That would be really cool. The Odyssey Plus, how much can you get it right now? Is it still on sale in the US? It would be amazing. So 400 US. Okay, sale ended already. Okay, yeah, the problem is if you are in Europe, then you have to import it with Amazon.com. US price on eBay is $300. Hi Janred, yeah, less than 400. So you can get the Samsung Odyssey Plus, which I don't have here right now, but I own it. You can get the Samsung Odyssey Plus for a really, really amazing price, and yeah, probably for the same price like the Rift S or even cheaper. And the Samsung Odyssey Plus, it has some advantages over the Valve Index, and this advantage is actually, I mean, there's probably one advantage, and this one advantage is that it uses an OLED panel. So if you are into really, really dark games, if you are into horror games, then you will have more fun in the Samsung Odyssey Plus, because the Samsung Odyssey Plus has an OLED panel, which means you have great blacks. So this is definitely a big plus. However, the Samsung, no, let's stay with the positive things. So the OLED panel, it gives you great blacks. Then for the display itself, it has a good resolution of 1600 pixels times 1440 pixels. Same resolution like the Valve Index, but it is you also have another you have some filter, some anti-screen door effect filter, and this filter, it makes the picture look softer, and you barely see screen door effect with the Samsung Odyssey Plus, but the whole picture is getting softer. So if you're into watching movies, like any kind of movie, probably the Samsung Odyssey Plus is a great choice for you, because it makes the picture look softer and you get great blacks. So overall, it's a really good choice. It's a really great alternative if you're not into paying $1,000 for the Valve Index, and if you want to have an OLED panel, and if you have an IPD which is really small or really big. So I personally really like the Samsung Odyssey Plus, and I think Samsung, they made a great headset, but it also has some negative points. It is not really comfortable. You need to tweak it. You need to get the VR cover, which is some extra cost. And I made a video about how you can actually tweak the Samsung Odyssey Plus to still feel comfortable. So you can, if you are ready to invest some extra dollar into like some third-party solutions, you can make it comfortable, but you will not reach the comfort levels of the Valve Index. Yeah, I always have to look, what's this called? It's the Valve Index. Right, so yeah, Samsung Odyssey Plus, it's a really great alternative again if you don't want to spend $1,000 on the Valve Index, but tracking wise, it's definitely not as good as the Rift S, and for sure not as good as the Valve Index, but it's still good enough. You will still be able to play everything without huge problems. But without a doubt, for the Rift S, you get better tracking, but you don't have the IPD adjustment. Wow, there's so many kind of variables for the different headsets, right? I'm sure you're going to find your favorite headset, and the Samsung Odyssey really is a cheap alternative for people who have a small or big IPD and who don't want to go for the Valve Index. All right. Okay, I think now I talked about the Pimax, I talked about the Samsung Odyssey Plus, I talked about the Rift S. Now I can talk about the Vive Pro. Too expensive. The Vive Pro, I think it still costs $800 just for the headset only. And is it better than the Valve Index? No. Absolutely no. I think in no way is the Vive Pro better than the Valve Index. Could I think of anything that the Vive Pro is better than the Valve Index? Yes, the black levels. The black levels are better with the Vive Pro because it also uses an OLED panel, just like the Samsung Odyssey. Actually, it's the same OLED panel. So yes, for the super black levels, the Vive Pro is better, but unfortunately the FOV truly is smaller. And I recently put the Vive Pro back on, and yeah, it's too small. So no, absolutely no. Don't get the Vive Pro. It's too expensive. It's it's too expensive. And the Valve Index does look better than the Vive Pro. So do not get the Vive Pro. Yeah, sweat proof. I don't know. I will check if this device is sweat proof. As you know, the MRTV killer sweat normally kills every single headset. If I kill this with my sweat, I'm going to look forward to see how good the customer service is of Valve. Because as you know, the customer service of HTC, it's a big pain in the ass. So yeah, that's bad. Oh yeah, no, that's really bad. Yeah, so Vive Pro, I see no reason for you to get the Vive Pro over the Valve Index. I really think I have... Janred, when will you do the toxic sweat test? Yeah, I will do the toxic sweat test within the next weeks. I will sweat, of course. As you can tell, I'm already starting to sweat here. Yeah, the MRTV toxic sweat test is coming for sure, and it's going to be amazing. And not for this headset, but for your enjoyment, of course. PSVR. Yeah, PSVR, I really like the PSVR for lots of reasons, like for the games. I like the PSVR for the aim controller. I like the PSVR for lots of reasons. And I think it's an amazing headset that everyone should have. Right? If you have a PlayStation 4, and if you don't have a PlayStation VR, then get a PlayStation VR now. Really. You have to do it. I mean, there's no question at all. Go and get the PlayStation VR. It is great. And even though the resolution is kind of outdated, it still looks amazing. There's hardly any screen door effect with the PSVR. And yeah, it has an OLED panel. It has an RGB stripe matrix, which you seldom see. OLED panel and RGB stripe matrix. That's why the games still look amazing, even though the resolution is way below everything else. So I can still wholeheartedly recommend the PSVR, but it comes with with lots of drawbacks right now. The tracking is really bad right now as compared to all the other competition. And yeah, it's an unfair competition between the PSVR and the Valve Index. But for beginners who want to delve into VR and who only want to spend $250, if they already have the PlayStation 4, go and get the PlayStation VR. You're going to have so much fun with the PlayStation VR. But of course, if you have $1,000 to drop and if you have a gaming PC, go for the Valve Index. But again, the PlayStation VR is still an amazing headset. And if you want more, then simply go and go to YouTube and type in PSVR 2019, and hopefully you're going to find my video where I tell you why the PSVR is still amazing in 2019. It's like a yellow thumbnail, and I can wholeheartedly recommend the PSVR to you. And Alexander McKinnon says PSVR resolution way below 8-bit NES, and this is a lie. That's not true. The PSVR, actually, if you look at the games, probably they look like a PS3. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, yeah, the PSVR is still amazing because of content. Totally agreed, totally agreed. And the Index will give you a cleaning cloth. That's totally right. They will give you a nice cleaning cloth. All right, I think, yeah, okay. I think I have compared it with all the other PC VR headsets. Do I want to compare this with the Quest? No, because I would say everyone should get the Quest as well, the Oculus Quest. It's the right headset for you if you do not have a gaming PC. If you want to get an amazing VR experience, simply go for the Quest. Don't bother about the Valve Index. Don't bother about the other about the other PC VR headsets. Go and get the Quest. Be super happy. The Oculus Quest is a big MRTV recommendation, and get it. The Oculus Quest is amazing. Yeah, but it's tough to compare against the Valve Index because this is a PC VR headset. This gets its content from the PC, and for the Oculus Quest, it will get the content, yeah, from itself. It's a standalone headset, so the quality of the games, the graphic fidelity is not looking as good as the games on this. So I don't want to get into the comparison. If you don't have a gaming PC, simply get the Oculus Quest and you're going to love it. Yeah. Savian, yeah, someone timestamp the Pimax comparison. Savian Johnson, I'm going to timestamp the whole thing. I'm going to timestamp the whole thing so you can simply jump to your favorite part. Mr. Nightingale, do you think the Quest will get Steam VR support in the future? No, definitely no. Officially from Oculus, no. Why would they do so? They want to sell their own stuff. But using SideQuest, you can easily stream Steam VR onto your Quest using VR desktop, using ALVR. So, and there's lots of videos from my colleagues who explain it to you. So that works, and that works okay, but not good enough in my personal opinion. Anyways, okay, I have now compared the Valve Index with all the other headsets, with all the other major headsets. Talk about Revive. Yeah, you can play all the Oculus exclusive games also with the Valve Index using Revive. And I believe that Gaming and Still Life, which is a very good VR channel that all of you should totally subscribe to. So go click on Gaming and Still Life's picture and go to his channel and subscribe. It's a very cool channel, and Rich is doing such a good job, like from his heart, telling you about all the different VR headsets. Go to Gaming in Still Life, click on his picture, and totally subscribe and click on the bell button so you don't miss any of his videos. So yeah, Yeah, you can play Oculus games with your Valve Index, and I think Gaming in Still Life has totally has tried it already, right? With Revive, I think, and it works. It works really great. So yeah, that's pretty good. So that's good, but I still think it's good to have the Rift S as well to play all the Oculus games. But I'm going to make a video about this as well. Last night's Steam stream. Okay, I'm through with all my comparisons, and I believe that now we can go into the Ask Me Anything section. I'm going to do, I don't know, probably 15 minutes or 20 minutes. We can still do the Ask Me Anything section now. We still have 291 people watching this stream. Thank you so much. It's so great that you enjoy this channel so much, that you're watching this live stream. That's amazing. So now we're going to go into the Ask Me Anything section. So please go and ask me any questions right now, and I'm going to answer them. What super sample multiple was that image on Twitter? I think I was on 150%. Any comments on the thumbstick clicking issues? I don't have it. How's the weather? Hot. When will the first big Index game come out? I don't know, but it's going to be amazing. Probably it's going to be Half-Life. What are the cameras for? The cameras are for pass-through, so if you want to see your real environment, you can do so by clicking a button. And also in the future, there might be some AR functionality where you can see your real environment and they will put some virtual things into it. I don't have joystick press. I don't have the joystick press issue. How is DCS compared with Pimax performance-wise? Well, better here on the Valve Index. Miyuki wants to know the Vive Cosmos. Is it comparable with the Valve Index? Well, I'm going to get the Valve Index. I'm going to get the Cosmos. If you support this channel more, I'm going to get it anyways. Yeah, I'm going to somehow pay this, and I'm going to compare the Cosmos once I have it. We don't know yet about all the different different specs. So yeah, we'll see. Guys, you're asking so many questions. Pimax 8K release date, I don't know. Are the cameras in color or black and white? Actually, I believe these are color cameras, but the color function is, it seems like they did not yet unlock it. Alexander, can you use the Valve Index camera in Streamlabs as a normal webcam? Yes, you can. Darren G, how long have you used the Index in hours in one setting? Like, I would say should be like 3 hours. And it did become warm here in the front, but it did not go to my face. So I didn't have any problem with it. So yes, it does, this part does become warm, but it's the heat, it did not protrude to the face area. And Reckoner says, hit that mother friggin' like. Exactly, Reckoner. Exactly, Gary. Thank you so much, man. Hit that like, yeah. Is Valve style better than the PlayStation headstrap style? Wow, that is a tough question. I really like the PSVR. I really love the PSVR. But this is, for me, this year takes the cake in what the comfort is concerned. This is really, really good. Are those off-ear speakers removable? Well, I have not removed them myself, but there's a screw. Actually, there's a screw here. And I believe if I screw this out, I should be able to yeah, to remove it. Yes. Right. Yeah, I would say I haven't tried it, but I think you should be able to remove them. Does it look like a Leap Motion will fit inside the front slot? Yeah, I mean, there's definitely enough space for the Leap Motion, for sure. How is binocular overlap on the Index? I can just tell you that the 3D effect is great. So I cannot say like, oh, yeah, I don't see like 3D or so. No, not at all. It's great. So I believe everything is in order. I can't give you a better I can't give you a better answer for that. I can just tell you that everything looks just right. Wow, 25,501 subs. That's amazing. Thank you so much for subbing to this channel. And please, if you love this channel, why don't you tell your VR friends about this channel and tell them like, hey, MRTV is really, really good. Is very, very good. Because it's independent and you hear independent reviews, and yeah, that's a good thing, I believe. Any news on the Rift S headphones? I don't think so. I don't know about that. Buggy Llama, do you think people should wait for something better? There are headsets coming out with similar specs aside from the Should we wait perhaps in spite of our enthusiasm? Well, you get an amazing headset here. If you are fine with getting like if you're fine with getting a headset with the Lighthouse base station, so if you are totally okay with just using this headset in the same space, like only in your VR area, then I think, yeah, this is the headset to get right now. If you are more into getting a headset that you can probably bring to friends more easily, then it might be a good idea to wait for the HTC Vive Cosmos, right? Because it also seems to be like a more high-end device, and it has like inside-out tracking. So that is something that you should keep in mind. Like if you are not such a big fan of having base stations around, then probably you could wait for the Vive Cosmos. But in general, if you're fine with the base stations, then yeah, this is the best that money can buy right now. Tell us the future. What's next gen going to be like? Wide FOV, high resolution displays like on the Reverb, probably better. Wireless, eye tracking, and I think there would already be an amazing VR headset. And Detail has subscribed. Great. Yeah, Index isn't going anywhere. Yeah, right. Index isn't going anywhere. Index, this is going to be the go-to headset for lots of people for quite some time, I believe. Will OLED RGB be a thing? Absolutely, Sponge720. OLED RGB is going to be a thing, and actually there is an OLED display which can do 2000 by 2000, and yeah, unfortunately this display is probably too expensive for headset manufacturers to put into headsets, but actually it is out there already, so it's only a matter of time until that 2K x 2K OLED display is going to show up in some VR headsets out there. So yeah, it's gonna happen. And well, the PlayStation VR is OLED RGB stripe. The PlayStation VR is OLED RGB stripe, and that's why it looks amazing, even though it has a low resolution. So think about it. The PlayStation VR has an OLED RGB stripe display. Wow. Meister Lou, hi Seb, any idea when will Index controller be available in Asia? Sorry, Meister Lou. Greetings to Singapore, by the way. Great that you're watching this. No, I have no clue about availability. Sorry. Do you find the Valve Index is worth the $999? The whole thing, yeah, yes, yes. Rewatch the whole stream. In this whole stream, I tell you why the Valve Index is worth the $999 asking price. This headset is amazing. It screams quality. It's great. Yeah, Sylvain T, that's right. Like the pure picture quality of the Reverb is better. It's like, wow, things look like photorealistic. That's really truly cool, but it has these disadvantages of the small display where you look at the edge of the display with a small vertical FOV, and yeah, overall, again, rewatch my Reverb versus Valve part of this stream. In this part, I'm telling you why I prefer the Valve Index, and later I'm going to put timestamps into the description of the video so you can find the section of this stream. Do you have more questions? How much is shipping from Valve? I didn't have to pay any shipping. Shipping was free. But well, the headset was kind of expensive. Yeah, Christer Söderlund, easy solution by all the headsets. That's exactly my personal solution. Alex, I want to buy Oculus Rift S. Do you think I should pay double and get Index? Again, the Oculus Rift S is amazing. You can buy the Oculus Rift S and you're going to have an amazing, great experience. But if you're a complete VR enthusiast and if you want to have the best that is available now, then yes, go for the Valve Index. Do you have a 2 or 3 year warranty? Well, I can tell you. I can just tell you, well, I'm in Germany, so I have a 2-year warranty by law. Do you have any more questions, my dear friends? Yeah, we need better graphics cards, says Berserker Pride. Yeah. Are you getting a 2080 Ti? Well, unfortunately, I'm not rich. So my money is going into VR headsets right now. And so at the moment, I still don't quite feel that I'm like so restricted with my 1080 Ti. Once I feel like, oh shit, I'm super restricted, then I will have to buy it. But at the moment, I'm still okay with my 1080 Ti. Skid Row, Glare, Index versus Pimax. Yeah, this is another good point. I would say the Pimax has less glare than the Valve Index. So yeah, this is another point where the Pimax actually is better. So there's less glare with the Valve with the Pimax. However, again, though just in those really high contrast scenes you will see it, and in most of the time you won't have this problem. Yeah. Exactly. The 2080 Ti is only 128% better than 1080 Ti. That's right. Do you have any more questions? Wow, there's a guy who's called exactly like me, Sebastian Ang. And another, wow, $10 from Bruce Bronson. Hi, Bruce Bronson. Thank you so much. Is it possible to set up the Steam trackers for front-facing only, like the Oculus Rift, where 2 trackers are facing you on your computer desk? I use artificial turning in VR. Let me try to understand this question. Is it possible to set up the Steam trackers? You mean the base stations? You probably mean the base stations. For front facing only, like the Oculus Rift, where 2 trackers are facing you on your computer desk. Yeah, if you want, you can put like 1 base station is enough, and then you will have that front facing. Yeah, if you want, yes, no problem. I prefer OLED. Should I get Pimax OLED or wait? Yeah, you will still see my Pimax OLED review. I have the unit, but I didn't have time yet to make the review. But I'm going to say that the Pimax OLED is really nice, but the screen door effect is, yeah, apparent, very apparent. So the screen door effect is like somewhere between the original Vive, ouch, and the Vive Pro, somewhere in the middle. So at this moment in time, it looks a bit dated. So probably you should get the Valve Index. Probably you should still get the Valve Index. And there's a person here in the chat which is called Sebastian Ang. Sebastian Ang. Wow, you have an amazing name there. Pimax or Index? Well, rewatch the stream, but the answer is Index. Remember, Index controllers, game changer, totally agreed. The Index controllers are just so good. The Index controllers are amazing. Yeah, Sebastian, he's probably a big fan, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly, 93 D'Souza. Or Sebastian Ang, great name by the way, he could buy the Odyssey Plus and use that while wait for the next gen OLED. Yeah, for everyone who loves OLED, you can go for the Samsung Odyssey. Movies, Pimax or Index? Index for the Index for the better comfort. Yeah, you want to have better comfort, and also for the better picture quality. Do you have more questions? Do you have more questions? Finn van der Hutte, what's up? Just got here. Yeah, we're talking about all the headsets. It's an amazing stream, but you're quite late to the show. Maybe Reverb for movies. Well, I don't think. Yeah, you were looking at the edges and stuff. Probably Index is better, or Samsung Odyssey. Samsung Odyssey Plus. Samsung Odyssey Plus is really great for movies. Do you have any more questions? We have a new subscriber, Don Chamberlain. Hi, Don Chamberlain. Welcome to the channel. And another subscriber. Wow. We are racing to the 30,000 subscribers here. Do I need to buy controllers if I use VR only for sim racing? No. I believe you could get away with simply using your controller, your game controller. Okay, thanks for the stream. I'm off too late. Renee, thanks for being here and thanks for your contribution. And yeah, we're getting to the end here as well very soon, if you don't have any more questions, because this stream is already like 2 hours and 19 minutes long. I haven't seen a performance hit for parallel projections. And well, the great thing is, you don't have to like manually choose that, right? For the Pimax you have to, but here everything simply works. 9-inch nails. What do you think about the future of streaming PC quality games onto mobile devices, and how will that revolutionize VR? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be like we're going to stream our games through the 5G network in a couple of years, and it's going to be mind-blowing. Index for sim racing. One base station is enough? Well, I have 2 base stations. I'm not really sure if you can do the setup with 1 base station. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it. But if you already have the setup done, and then if you take 1 base station away, that happened recently to me because one of my base stations like broke down, then you can still work with 1 base station and it works fine. Do you have any tips or tricks for new Index users, Seb? Yeah, I have actually. Like for me, I set the panel refresh rate from 120 back to 90. And instead of that, I did more super sampling. I set the super sampling to 150, and then everything looks much better. Can you remember my first reaction when I was using the Valve Index and I was looking at the display? I told you I'm not so impressed. But that was because I had 120 Hertz, but no super sampling at all. So when I put it back to 90 Hertz, I had more processing power to put the super sampling to like 150 or more. And then things looked amazing in the Valve Index. So that might be like one trick. You can set down the Hertz, the panel refresh rate to 80 or 90. And instead of that, put the super sampling higher and things will look amazing in the Valve Index. I think that's a really good point. Yeah, super sampling. Right. All right, my dear friends, it's already 2 hours and 21 minutes, and we had so many people watching this stream. So I want to bring this to an end now, and I would like to say thank you for watching this very long stream. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And by the way, if you love this channel and if you love these independent reviews, really important. This is an independent channel. I'm not being supported by any of the big by any company. I'm only supported by you. And I believe that this makes a difference. This channel is independent. I can tell you the truth about all the VR headsets. And if you love this, you can totally support me with only 1 adult beverage a month, with only $3. And you can do so on my Patreon page. And let me go there now. Let me just show you. It's http. Wait. Let me type that real quick. MRTVElite.com. Yeah, so go to MRTVElite.com if you want to support this channel, if you want to support independent reviews, so I can tell you the truth about all the headsets. I can tell you the truth. I can tell you unbiased opinion. If you want unbiased opinions, go to MRTV. And also, you can also go to Gary. You can also go to Gary. You can go to VR Roundtable. It's an amazing channel as well. And yeah, if you love this, hit the thumbs up button and go to the MRTV Elite and join the MRTV Elite for only 1 adult beverage a month and get many more videos and get everything, get all the content, get more content. It's pretty amazing. So definitely go to the MRTVElite.com. Now that's truly everything. That I got for this episode, for this MRTV live stream. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed to MRTV yet, do so now and click on the bell button so don't miss anything. And I am now looking forward to relax a bit, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. The Valve Index is indeed very, very good. Just like this channel.